So I think we can start. I said we have more time, but we will use it also for a better presentation of Cleantech later. Without further ado, I will pass you the floor.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor standing here before you and tell you something about our Cleantech region. Two of the most challenging problems of our era are the climate change caused by greenhouse gases and the depletion of raw materials that are becoming more and more scarce. And these two problems make our sea level rise, make our weather and climate unstable, and causing tensions between states and tribes, generating many refugees looking for safe havens. And you all might think we are living in a difficult time, but I fear the worst may be yet to come if we don't start to act and to think now. And that's why I'm very glad that our region has adopted Cleantech as our main theme and profile. We look upon Cleantech as a connecting theme throughout all our economic sectors and throughout our whole society. And it makes it possible to produce and consume with less waste, less energy, and even less costs, to strive forward to sustainable prosperity, economics of the future. The Cleantech region, as we call ourselves, is situated in the central east of the Netherlands with about 420,000 inhabitants. And I may represent the Cleantech region as chairman of both the Triple Helix organization, the Strategic Board, and the Central Board of Municipalities. The Cleantech region has set itself two very challenging long-term goals. By 2030, we want to be free of waste, we want to be energy neutral. And we want to accomplish these goals by transforming our economy into a circular economy, in which everything we formerly used to call waste can be reused as a new source of raw material to produce new goods. And newly produced goods are, of course, 100% reusable or recyclable. In a parallel process, we want to reorganize the way we produce and consume energy in order to become energy neutral. And both transitions are, of course, very connected and interdependent. And we are convinced that in this process we will generate many thousands of new jobs, not only for the highly educated youngsters, but also for the people who are presently unemployed or working in a declining sector. In that way, it also leads to a more inclusive society with place and role for every citizen. And in the first step to these long-term goals, we want to reduce our waste in 2020 by 33% and our energy consumption with 10% and generate around 4,000 new jobs in our Cleantech region. But how do we get there? Well, we have resisted the idea of making a top-down blueprint for this transition. We don't know what the future will bring, and things are changing faster than traditional policy making process can cope with. What we do know is that we have to use all the brains and all the resources available in our region of both public and private sector. We are inviting public and private entrepreneurs, CEOs of big and small companies and institutions, and last but not least, our own citizens, to join our efforts. And behold, many of them are already thinking about these transitions, making plans, redesigning their production process, and looking for possibilities to transform. And we take a position of supporting them and empowering them to be able to shift towards a circular way of producing and more energy efficiency. Among the programs and projects we support, I want to focus on two of them in this seminar. The first one is the paper industry in the Cleantech region. I don't know if you know, but it's responsible for more than 80% of the whole paper production in the Netherlands. It's one of the leading industry clusters. And they are the largest consumer of both energy and water in our whole region. We have already reduced the water consumption by the industry to an extensive process of filtering and cleaning the used water and reusing it in the industrial process. And we are researching new clean ways of generating the enormous amount of heat needed in the paper making. And at the same time looking for ways to reuse this generated heat for heating thousands of houses, offices, and possibly even greenhouses. This is terajoules we are talking about. Paper making is historically spoken a very circular way of industry, and it's already through innovation and industrial design we are exploring new types of usage for paper, for instance as a building or construction material. The second example is that we are regenerating one of the oldest business areas, industrial estates in the Netherlands called De Mars in Zutphen, into a modern circular business area. And all types of material are gathered and processed here. Demolition waste, used plastics and polymers, wood, etc., etc. They are upcycled to be able to reuse them in the production of new goods. Even sewage waste is collected and processed here for energy production and to extract sulfate to be reused again in the product of as fertilizer. And this process generates heat that will be used to deliver to offices and housing blocks. Ladies and gentlemen, these are just two examples of many projects and programs we have in our portfolio. I would invite you to visit our website, www, and then Cleantechregio, region without, so regio without the N, .nl, for more information, or even better, visit us in real life. You're more than welcome. And to show you a little bit about our region, we have a small movie, just a few minutes.